It is currently 8:22 a.m. I usually try and get up on work days around 7:30, but this morning my alarm went off at 7:40 and I just like couldn't get out of bed, honestly. Normally before work I like to get some steps in by doing a walk or going to the gym, but this week I actually got COVID for the second time, which sucked, but I didn't have any symptoms, thank God. So I actually had to work from home. So when I'm working from home, I usually like to put on actual clothes because I find that this really lets me separate work and relaxing. But on this day, I just really wanted to wear a tracksuit. So my compromise was I would put some makeup on so that I didn't want to just crawl back into bed. And then it's time for breakfast, my favorite meal of the day. I understand that some people just don't like breakfast, but I cannot relate. I am obsessed. I will always just do avo toast, sometimes with eggs. Our apartment at this time of the morning is so beautiful. The sun just like beams in through these windows. So normally I work in the office. We have like a really cute little office space where the team, I think we're a team of like 5 or 6, we all work from the office space, but I'm actually currently isolating due to COVID. So my job title is digital content producer. So basically anything that has to do with photos, videos that you would see on social media, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Reels, TikTok, I'm in charge of producing and creating, essentially. Okay guys, it's 9:51. I normally start work at 10, but I'm ready, so I might as well just jump on early. My job typically doesn't require a lot of meetings or anything, but if I am working from home, I like to see if anyone on my team wants to do a WIP, a work in progress, which is basically just a meeting where you chat about what you have on for the day. We do a lot of kind of shared tasks, like we often work on the same clients and stuff, so it makes it a lot easier to just get on the phone or on a Zoom with them and just really quickly chat it out. Also, this is my work from home setup. I have a monitor here, which I just mirror my MacBook to the monitor, and I really like having a keyboard and mouse. Anyway, let's log on. Okay guys, so the first thing I do pretty much every morning in the office or at home is I go onto monday.com, which is like a task organizer thing. I'll show you guys. It's basically a to-do list, but your whole team can access it. So this is what like the Monday board looks like. I'm sure you guys have seen the Monday ads everywhere. Like they are going hard on the ads right now. But basically these are all of the tasks that my team or me have put into my list.
Saw you leave your car keys in there.
So typically to start off with, at the start of a workday, I will be setting up a project, organizing the files, going through the footage, and just making sure that everything is in its place. This is obviously if I'm starting a new project, which on this day I was. If I'm not starting a new project, I'll just open up the project file that I was working on and continue. Okay guys, my first task was to look through some BTS videos that one of our clients took during a photo shoot they had and paste together a few little reels for obviously Instagram and also TikTok. And so part of that is like trying to find trending sounds and all of that. It's quite hard because small businesses, I feel like most people will look through reels and they'll see a small business one and they'll kind of just scroll through. I definitely do that as well. So it's a little bit trickier to make reels for clients, I find, but this brand is actually a pizza kind of takeaway shop, so at least their food and their product is like really yummy looking. So I'm just gonna spend the rest of the morning working through all of this footage.
Where did we let it go sideways?
How good is this song? It truly slaps. It's actually my boyfriend's. I'll link it below. Please go and stream it. So in the middle of the workday, I typically like to get up, have a stretch, make a tea. This was about 2 hours after I started, so it's usually about time to get up and make a little beverage or get a little snack just so that my back doesn't hurt. First tea of the day. When I'm working, home, the office, it doesn't matter. I go through a ridiculous amount of tea, and also it's just so chilly today that it's like so nice. This was definitely a very heavy editing day. If you guys are curious, I edit on Adobe Premiere Pro. The Adobe suite is typically a requirement for most content production jobs. So that means you need to know how to use Premiere Pro, Photoshop, After Effects, all of those programs, and they all work together, which is great. All right, it is 12:12. I don't want lunch yet because I find when I'm in the office, I literally eat lunch at midday on the dot. But today, I feel like the day is going a little bit slow. I always feel that way when I'm working from home. So I kind of want to eat lunch a little bit later so that it feels like, I can't explain it. It just makes me feel like my day is moving faster if I have lunch a bit later. So I'm gonna have a small snack. I'm feeling hummus and crackers or something of that sort. Maybe some fruit as well. We have some plums. Ew, that's moldy. I was hoping to eat a plum, but they were all moldy, which is actually so sad. I'm having some frozen grapes. Just a quick little shout out to frozen grapes. They taste like lollies. You guys have to try them and let me know what you think. Guys, I kind of have a genius idea. We don't have a balcony in our apartment, and I kind of think I've come up with the most genius idea on how I can work inside, outside. I can stick my head out the window. I can work at the perfect height. This is absolutely genius. I am so proud of myself right now. Okay guys, we are back at the desk. So I have finished all of those reels and all of that video content. So I'm just putting together an email for my team so that I can send them what I've done. Typically what will happen is the content producer will produce all of the content, and then you'll send it off to someone else, like a marketing manager, who will then go and schedule it all. So now I've linked both of the things I need to link, and I can send that email off. Okay, so as I was working on that task, like doing all of those videos, I noticed something. Some of our clients aren't great with technology, and that just happens sometimes, honestly. And so what we've done is we've created this big folder just called uploads, where this one specific client that I'm working on can upload all of the videos that he's shooting, photos, all of that. He essentially just takes photos on his phone and then dumps them into the folder. But what's kind of happened is that folder is just so full of videos and photos, and because he's uploading them straight from his iPhone, they're not labeled, so it just says like image 1005. And so for me as a content producer, I'm always like trying to look through that folder, but nothing's labeled or anything like that. So what I'm gonna do quickly now is go through that folder and try and create subfolders and label things, just so that my job is a little bit easier next week. So this is the folder I was telling you guys about, and as you can see, there's just so much content, which is amazing because we constantly need content to post. It just goes on, but none of it is labeled, and it's really tricky to sort through. So I'm just gonna put my headphones on and get this done, and then once I've finished with this task, I'm gonna make some lunch. Oh, also, I forgot, but I can tick this off. Yes, it's honestly such a good feeling. I'm such a to-do list kind of gal. Like, I love to be able to tick something off and just feel like I'm working through, like it's very motivating for me. So I really love this system. I think it works really well for me. File storage and organization is actually such an underrated skill. I'm definitely still learning, but like learning how to set up your folders properly, backing everything up to a hard drive, these are all things that I've definitely learned the hard way on the job, and they really do make the biggest difference. Okay, it's around 2 p.m. now, and I am going to have some lunch because I'm quite hungry. Usually the lunch I will have soup because it's cheap and it's easy. I really need to learn how to make my own soup, but until that day, I really like this brand. It's probably Australian, but it's just called Dari's. I like the vegetable one and then also the lentil one. Today I'm gonna have the lentil one. It actually looks so disgusting in the pack, but it tastes really nice. And as I've mentioned probably about 1,000 times in this video, it is actually quite cold here in Sydney now because we're heading into winter. So Soup is such an easy, healthy meal. And while that is in the microwave, I'm actually going to have a quick stretch on the floor because my back is absolutely killing me. And I just really feel like I need a stretch. I'm actually really, really bad at just standing up and moving throughout my work days. If you guys don't like back cracks, don't listen. Perfect timing. My soup is done. Also, as a side note, how cute is this screensaver? Such a vibe. I thought I'd quickly talk about what I think will be some frequently asked questions. Nobody actually asked me these, but this is what I would want to know if I was watching someone's day in the life of their job. What did I study? So I studied a Bachelor of Media and Communications. It was definitely very journalism based, I would say, but we did get to dip our toes into pretty much all areas of media. Do you need a degree? I would say no. I don't personally think that you do need a degree. I have learnt so much more on the job and just like teaching myself these skills than I did in my degree, definitely. The only thing I will say is that at least here in Australia, they do tend to prefer that you have a degree when you're applying for jobs, which I think is kind of silly. But in my experience, you can just send in a really great portfolio and send in some really good examples of your work, and I have no doubt that they will hire you even if you don't have a degree. What is my favorite part about being a content producer? I love that I'm asking myself these questions, but this is what I think people will ask. What I love so much about the role and why I have been a content producer for a while is because I am the kind of person where I never wanted to just be like one thing, like be a journalist or be a writer or be a videographer. Like, I've always been really interested in everything. I've loved dipping my toes into everything, learning a bit of graphic design, a little bit of video editing, a bit of writing. And what's so great about being a content producer is that you do get to do everything. If you have any other questions, leave them below. I'm gonna keep eating my soup and get back to work. So it looks like I am pretty much gonna be working on this same client all day. The next thing I need to do is he actually has a YouTube channel, which was really fun for me to kind of do the creatives for and like get excited about the strategy, because obviously that's something that I do in my personal life and I've learned so much about it through my own channel. So then I can kind of bring that knowledge and those skills to my actual job. So I need to edit one of his videos. He is a chef, and so he has like a little cooking channel. So I'm gonna edit the next episode of his cooking show on YouTube, which will be really fun. I love doing it. Update! My computer is frozen. This happens to me every day. It's fine. We live and we learn, and we laugh and we love, but also spinning wheel of death is the worst. Honestly guys, this is a reality. This is what happens at about 3:15 every day when I'm working. I do go slightly crazy because you've obviously been staring at a screen for so long. This is normally when I just have a 10-minute chat with my colleagues, but I'm working alone. So instead, I'm gonna scream at my computer. Escape, 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 escape. SMH. Why do bad things happen to good people? Dear universe, I am manifesting that my project is saved. I am manifesting that this thing just exports like I want it to. I'm manifesting that Adobe stops being a little bitch. You guys, my manifestation worked literally as I opened my eyes. I can now move everything. Whoever does not believe in the power of the universe is sorely mistaken. Eat your words, Swenty, because I just fixed it. Okay guys, we're getting close to the end of the work day. I've pretty much finished editing this YouTube video. It went a lot faster than I expected, which is always nice. And so now basically what I'm gonna do is just watch it back through. It's currently like 12 minutes long, which is pretty good for a YouTube video. but I'm just watching it back through to make sure that obviously it's all good, and I'm also adding the titles. So as I mentioned, this is a cooking show, so I'm just like adding what are they called, like the steps for the recipe, so that when people watch along they can read the steps as they go. So I'm just gonna keep watching through this timeline. The final thing I'll need to do is make the thumbnail for the video, but that'll be really easy because I made a template for them, so all I have to do is drag in the image and change the text. So this honestly will take me right until the end of the workday, I think, which is nice. It's nice to like know what you need to do and have a deadline for it. I have an hour, I can do it. Guys, it's 5:01 p.m. and I'm clocking off. School's out. I just sent off everything that I've done and I sent it off to my team. Today was a little bit of a different day. Normally I would jump on a call with my boss and like chat through everything, but it's actually the Easter long weekend and she has young kids, so she's been with them. So I've kind of been working more on my own today. It was still quite a productive day, to be honest, but my back is killing me, so I'm gonna go run myself a hot bath. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next week with a new video.
1, 2